Back on a Monday, there appears to be some good news when it comes to the royal family's health, as the King's set to resume public duties on Tuesday. Here's our royal expert, Patricia Treble, who has all the details. Patricia, doctors say that they are pleased with the King's progress. What is the latest on his health and his return?
Return of the King. I mean, really. So he's going to be able to come back to public duties for the first time since mid-January. Because remember, of course, he had prostate surgery, then they found the cancer, they had to do the cancer treatment. So everything he's been continuing on with his work, but in royal residences, not out in the public. On Tuesday, he and Queen Camilla will go to a cancer treatment center. Very appropriate, and they're going to talk to the medical staff, and they're also going to talk to the family and the patients there. And this is just perfect, because he's been itchy scratching to get back out at it. Big caveat, though, is that he is continuing with his treatment. But they're at a stage where the doctors have given him the all clear, but they emphasize there will be modifications. This is not a back to normal. He's not going to start doing his normal 500 plus engagements that he normally does in a year. They're going to have to modify things, maybe change things around, cancel things. But the big thing is, at the same time, they announced a huge event, which is a state visit. The Emperor and Empress of Japan are coming late June. This was long delayed because of the pandemic, which means tiaras.
Tiara alert! Tiara alert!
A Patricia favorite, as we know.
All right, well, we'll watch for those. I know you'll give us the breakdown on what we see. Meanwhile, Princess Anne is coming to Canada this week.
Yep, my absolute favorite royal. I've made no secret of this. It is a whirlwind West Coast visit. So 3 days starting on Friday at Vancouver, but mainly Victoria area. A lot of military components. She's going to be commissioning a new patrol ship. There are commemorations for the Battle of the Atlantic. She's going to be meeting with military families. And a lovely one, and this is something that she's been doing since she was 21 years old, which is therapeutic riding. For those who have challenges, maybe cognitive or physical challenges. She's been involved in this since 1971, and she's going to be meeting with a therapeutic riding association in Victoria.
All right. And as you mentioned, that starts Friday and over the weekend?
Yep, over the weekend.
Okay. Meantime, Prince William, he kept a promise last week to visit a school and talk about mental health with a group of young students.
Can I just say the power of letter writing? Do not, when people say, oh, I'm just going to send off a text, a DM, whatever. No, letter writing. Freddie Hadley, who is a young student, wrote to the prince and said,
that him there that we just saw was
the red-haired boy, and said, come to my school. We've got a group and we talk about mental health issues, especially for young boys, which is such an area that the prince has been involved in. And the prince said, okay, and he came. And this is amazing. And the fun thing is, as part of this group, he had homework to do. He had to bring a dad joke.
Okay, William did.
William did. And he found one. He borrowed one from his daughter, Charlotte.
Okay, let's have a look.
Knock knock.
Is this a...
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting
Moo. That's what I hear a lot at the moment. That's the greatest one I can think of. That's clean and broadcastable.
Oh, William, that is one of my favorites, too. I told that joke to you years ago. I tried to find it on my Insta because I know I posted it, and you weren't as impressed by it as obviously William and I have been over the years. But
well, that maybe was just payback because you're so unimpressed by all of my dad jokes.
Yeah, maybe. Let's go from William to Harry. It's confirmed that Harry will indeed return to the UK.
Exactly. So I was always expecting this. This is May 8th. He's coming. It's the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games. There's a service at St. Paul's Cathedral. And there was talk that maybe for security reasons he wouldn't come back. I'm thinking, no, he's coming back. This is his games. He founded it. He's been the driving force behind it. He's coming. Who isn't coming is Meghan. She will not be there. That was just confirmed today. And then right after that, they're off to Nigeria. The invitation of the defense minister. Again, in Invictus Games related, because Nigeria sends teams to the Invictus Games.
All right, Meghan will be a part of that visit.
She will be a part of that, yeah.
All right, speaking of Meghan, what is the latest when it comes to her return to podcasting?
Yeah, delay. So if you remember, a few months ago, she signed a deal with a small little podcasting group, Lemonada, and new content. They were going to put her old podcast up. Turns out, Daily Mail is reporting it's going to be delayed until at least 2025. She's focusing on her lifestyle brand. And if you're thinking this sounds familiar, it's because when they signed with Spotify, that was 2020, they didn't really produce their series until 2022. So it takes them a while.
Okay.
By the way, speaking of your lifestyle brand, you've been keeping track of who's getting the jam.
Yes, I have. 9 people so far have posted.
Okay.
So we don't know who's gotten the jam because not everyone, I know this is a surprise, not everyone is on social media. Not everyone posts everything to social media. So.
Okay. There we have it. Surprise, surprise. All right, much more to come. We're going to have to leave it there, though. Patricia, thank you so much.
You're welcome.